Founding fathers. She's trying to use the virus outbreak as an excuse to remodel America and the American government. Her recent spending has nothing to do with virus. She's not trying to spend funding in any useful ways. She's just using virus as an excuse to spend more money that the federal government doesn't have. It's outrageous to put an unnecessary burden on the taxpayers at this time. The UK is having to consider tax increases in the middle of this economic downturn to pay for their programs, and if Pelosi got her way, America would be in the same boat. In 1980, the national debt was less than $1.5 trillion. Nancy Pelosi is talking about spending $9,140 for every man, woman, and child in America. What's worse yet, Nancy Pelosi isn't going to help hardworking Americans with that money. She's just giving payouts to people who primarily vote Democrat. Under her plan, blue-collar workers and people who work their way through college would be able to pay off the college debt of others. Red states would have to pay for the fiscal irresponsibility of blue states, and vote by mail would become mandatory. It's a kick in the face for Americans who are just trying to survive, but Nancy Pelosi doesn't care. She doesn't care what anyone thinks about her plans, not even voters. Pelosi said she can't be bothered about what anyone other than her party thinks. When she appeared on CNN, Jake Tapper asked Pelosi that. Your Republican counterpart, Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy, called it a liberal wish list of a bunch of items that you wanted to have passed even before the virus pandemic happened. What's your response to that? I mean, is this very specifically virus-focused, or are there things in here that have nothing to do with it? Pelosi said. He knows that what he said isn't so. Putting that aside, I can't be bothered about what others say. What I'm proud of is what we are doing. And the fact is that, in all four of the bills that have passed before, they've all been bipartisan. We've all in our caucus have agreed that everything is virus-centric, and also, in a timely way that relates to the virus. It's too deadly to our lives, to our livelihood, to our democracy, for us to use it for any other purpose. The Democrat-controlled House of Representatives has passed the most expensive legislation ever approved in history, a $3 trillion behemoth of a bill aimed at providing virus relief, despite the fact that the Republican-run Senate is unlikely to even take it up. The legislation includes $915 billion in state and local aid that could prevent layoffs of public workers, like first responders and teachers, a new $200 billion Heroes Fund for hazard pay for essential workers, $100 billion for K-12 and higher education, and $85 billion for virus testing. The legislation aims to get more money into the pockets of Americans hard hit by widespread business closures. Eligible individuals would receive $1,200 checks for each person in their household, up to $6,000. The bill extends add-on unemployment benefits of $600 payments, in addition to state benefits, through January 2021, creates a special enrollment period for the Affordable Care Act, exchanges for the uninsured, and provides $175 billion for families to pay their mortgages and rent. The legislation includes student loan forgiveness, an employee retention tax credit, and increases maximum SNAP benefits, which are currently $768 a month, by 15%. But, the outlet noted, tucked into the legislation are provisions that rankled the Republicans, including expanding $1,200 checks to certain undocumented immigrants, restoring the full state and local tax deduction, SALT, that helps individuals in high-taxed blue states, a $25 billion rescue for the United States Postal Service, allowing legal marijuana businesses to access banking services, and early voting and vote-by-mail provisions. According to The Hill, the HEROES Act was drafted by House Democrats, without any consultation with Republicans. Speaker Pelosi said of the bill, "We're putting our offer on the table. We're open to negotiation." Senator Lindsey Graham said the bill would be dead on arrival in the upper chamber, while Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said of the legislation, "This week, the Speaker published an 1,800-page seasonal catalog of left-wing oddities, and called